Salam everyone, welcome to DaringDeen vlog. My next question to Sheikh Imran Hosein was about Dabbatul Ard. In a hadith, it is mentioned that Dabba appears holding the seal of Sulaiman alayhi salam and the staff of Musa alayhi salam. It will illuminate the face of the believer and and seal the nose of the unbeliever. When people living at the time come together, believers and unbelievers will be distinguished. So I had to ask this question to Sheikh Imran Hosein because this hadith is very popular among Muslims, and whenever we ask or we want to know about Dabbatul Ard, this hadith comes out as a beast who is carrying the staff of Musa alayhi salam and the ring of Sulaiman alayhi salam. As a young boy, when I was studying Islamic eschatology, back in the 80s, I used to buy lots of books on Akhir Zaman, and one of the books mentioned this hadith, and it mentioned about the beast of the earth, which is Dabbatul Ard, carrying the ring of Sulaiman alayhi salam and the staff of Musa alayhi salam, and the half of the beast, the appearance of the beast would be half human, half animal.
In the hadith mentions that Dabba appears holding the seal of Solomon and the staff of Moses. It will illuminate the face of the believer and seal the nose of the unbeliever. When people living at the time come together, believers and unbelievers will be distinguished. It's in Ahmad Hanbal. What is your opinion?
Yes, your hadith tells you that Dabbatul Ard will be holding the staff of Moses. That's what your hadith tells you. What does your Quran tell you? If you use proper methodology, you will always first go to the Quran for knowledge. And when you get knowledge from the Quran on the Dabbatul Ard, only then will you go to the hadith and see whether the hadith is in harmony with the Quran. When will my students use proper methodology for the pursuit of knowledge? I am 76 years of age. I may not have much time left before Allah calls me away. Let me say it one more time. Proper methodology is to go first to the Quran. If you go first to the Quran and you'll search for Dabbatul Ard, you find only two references in the Quran. One is Dabbatul Ard, who will come to consume, not to hold, to consume, ta'akul, akala, to consume the staff, not the staff of Moses. Hadith says staff of Moses, but the Quran says staff of Sulaiman. So who are you going to follow, the Hadith or the Quran? Huh? The Quran speaks of the staff of Sulaiman alayhi salam. Hadith speaks about the staff of Moses. Which one shall we follow? Which one should we accept? Which one qualifies as knowledge? Obviously, it's the Quran. And there are jinn who are working for Sulaiman alayhi salam. Even after he has died, they cannot disobey, because if they disobey, Allah will punish them severely. And they don't know that he is dead, but they're still working. Why? Because they're seeing someone sitting on his throne, holding on to his staff. And so long as he is holding on to that staff, they cannot recognize that this is the Jasad, this is Dajjal, in my opinion. They believe that it is Sulaiman, and so they continue working for him, and he gives them all kind of dirty things to do, and they're still doing it for him. This is going on up to this moment that I'm speaking to you, Deen. Yes? But the world of Islamic scholarship chooses to say, no, Imran Hosein is wrong. Yes. And they close the doors of the masjid to me. Nobody is saying this. Nobody. Well, wait. History will leave you behind and move on. When Dabbatul Ard comes and Allah sends Dabbatul Ard, and Dabbatul Ard consumes the stuff, then the stuff will lose its miraculous quality, in consequence of which whoever is holding the stuff can get the jinn to believe that this is still Sulaiman, when in fact it's not Sulaiman. And that time when the Dabbatul Ard consume the stuff, the jinn will recognize this is not Sulaiman. This is someone else, this is the Dajjal. And they stop working, and that's goodbye to Israel at that time. If your Maulana, if your Sheikh, if your Mufti, if your illustrious scholars are teaching this, fine. But if they are not, it's time to wake up and go back to the Quran. Yes. What could Dabbatul Ard be that consumes the miraculous spiritual heart of the stuff? What can it be? And my warning is that if Dabbatul Ard could do that to the stuff, he can do that to you as well and to your children. So there is something released into the world which is very dangerous for the spiritual life, destroying the spiritual life. And when the spiritual life is destroyed and we all become jasads like Dajjal, then we have a status equal to cattle. And Dajjal can easily just the Pied Piper of Hamlet, and all the jasads will follow him into Jahannam. What could that Dabbatul Ard be? The second reference in the Quran to Dabbatul Ard says it is, the Quran has a word which can be read as either taklimuhum or tukallimuhum. Either of the two. The Arab, the punctuation did not come from Allah. It did not come from Jibreel alayhi salam. It is human beings who put in that punctuation. So we are not obliged to accept that punctuation. Human beings can make mistakes. And so this is either the Dabbatul Ard which speak to mankind or would wound mankind. Which one? The overwhelming majority out there have been caught hook, line and sinker which speak to mankind. Speak to mankind. No, I say no. The one that is more likely to be the correct rendering is taklimuhum, wound mankind. It is something that will cause damage to you. What is it that will cause damage not only to the staff of Sulaiman alayhi salam, and also cause damage to mankind? Taklimuhum. And my answer, and I can be wrong. Yes, I can be wrong. And so I always invite my students and those who listen to me to do not accept my opinion until you are convinced that it is correct. Because I make mistakes. Yes, I'm happy that I make mistakes. The Quran keeps on correcting me. Yes. And I'm happy when the Quran corrects me. My style is once I know I've made a mistake, immediately I correct myself. I don't care 2 peanuts about those who criticize me. This man making mistake. I don't care 2 peanuts for you. If I have made a mistake and the Quran has corrected me, I must have the integrity to immediately correct myself, regard for consequences. And so I have said, I may be wrong, I believe that Dabbatul Ard, which is attacking the spiritual heart of the staff, and also attacking mankind, in particular our children, I believe it is the electromagnetic waves with which we are being inundated now, particularly in the cities of the modern world. And in the process of being damaged, the memory is being damaged, the memory. A child at the age of 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 has the most powerful memory and is able to memorize the whole Quran. If I am correct, then I am saying to you here from London today that tomorrow you'll not be able to have any Hafiz of the Quran, none, from children who live in the cities, because their memory will be destroyed. And the only Hafiz of the Quran, the only child who can memorize the whole Quran, is the one who is away from Dabbatul Ard. Meaning a child who grew up in the remote countryside and is not damaged by the electromagnetic waves with which we are inundated. Now, Deen, this is my answer to your question.
Jazakumullah khairan for watching this video. Please like this video, share with like-minded people, and hit the notification bell for future content, inshallah.